So this is a paper which is quite a large paper on looking at genetically screened embryos of almost 64,000 embryos. And what they noticed as maternal age increased, the risk of having an abnormal embryo or an aneuploidic embryo was much higher. And so under the age of 35, the chances of having an abnormal embryo was 47.44%, while that over 35 was 71.76%. So quite a dramatic increase. What is interesting is that they did day 3 biopsies, which means when the embryo reached an 8-cell stage, they took a biopsy of the embryo, and many clinics have stopped doing that, and they noticed that on day 3 embryos, the chances of having an abnormal embryo was 77.51%, while that with a blastocyst, where the cells are more structured, more cells are present, was 58.62%. And the reason why that was interesting again is that in the old past, when we did screening of embryos by taking a single cell from 8 cells, you saw a higher abnormality, which later some of these embryos were normal because you had a bigger sample size of embryos to biopsy. And also remember, in a blastocyst biopsy, you biopsy cells outside cells, which are these cells which form the placenta. So you're not, unlike a day 3 embryo, you don't take a biopsy of cells that may form the baby. Also remember that if you are going to take a larger sample size of 7 to 8 cells from outside, you're more likely to be able to extract the DNA better. So after 10 biopsies in a blastocyst, they were more likely to get a normal embryo in about 94% of cases, and in a day 3 embryo about in 80% of cases. So again, my reading of this paper is that doing a day 5 embryo biopsy, you're more likely to be able to get your best chance of having a genetically normal embryo, though this reduces as women get older.